Richie, many years ago, when you played with Stan Getz, you had an interesting experience of being tested in a very old school way. Can you talk about that a little?
I was playing with Stan Getz at Fat Tuesdays in the 70s with Dave Holland, like DeJohnette, and we were having a wonderful time. You know, that's a six-night gig and two sets a night, just very small, intimate club, packed houses. Great, great. Plus New York City, all my friends, everybody, right? So a lot of people came and sat in. Randy Kay played, of course, Lee. And then Sonny Stitt was there one night. He was doing a gig somewhere in town, I think. And he came in with his horn. And he was one of Stan's mentors. Loves Stan. Stan loves him. But Sonny Stitt is a strange guy. Who knows what was done to him? He has a really sweet grandfather part, and he's got a nasty, evil part in him, right next to him. And boy, it came out. So Stan says to us, he says, listen, Stitt is going to sit in. I want to invite him to sit in. I said, great. He said, no, just wait. Let me tell you what's happening. He says, Stitt sometimes does some shit to the piano players, meaning me. And he thinks he's helping. He thinks he's really helping train. It's like old school hard knocks, right? So he said, here's what he's going to do. He's going to call a hard tune in the key, and he's going to count it off, and he's going to yell at you and look at you. And he's testing you. It's like, man to man, macho mania, all the shit that we thought we left. Remember, he does it because he thinks he's training you and wants to help you. So I said, okay. But of course I was ready for that shit. So of course Stitt comes in, stands and greets him as like, this is my great friend and my mentor, and people standing ovation, and Stitt looks old, but he's still strong. He comes in, and it's Stan's gig, of course, and Stitt just can't help it. He just becomes the leader. He turns around to Jack and me, and he goes, all the things you are. First note, A natural, T of F sharp, 1, 2, less than 3/4, boom. Right? He's doing all the things you are in F sharp minor. It's usually an F minor. So I was ready for that because, I'd been brought up in New York and the cutting contests were enormous. And you had to be able to play everything at every key at any tempo. Now, to me, it's not music. This is sports. This is, he beat him. It has nothing to do with music. Because who cares what key, and who cares how fast? Are you going to play some great music or not? So Stan's looking at me and smiling. Jack has been through it before, of course. Dave Holland doesn't show anything. So we start, and Stitt is playing, but he's looking at me. He's going, right? And I'm playing right along with him, and I'm looking right at his face because never back down, right? So we get through the first chorus, and he yells, he goes, piano solo! so I play the first solo, and I am tearing into it. I am burning out. I forget about all my, motoric development and sleep space. No, I'm just going for it. I start burning out the lines. And Jack and Dave are smiling and laughing and Stan is nodding his head up and down like a good father, right? So meanwhile, I'm looking right at Stitt and I'm burning out, right? And then finally he starts to smile and starts to nod his head. And then we get through it. Everybody sounds great. Of course, he plays great, the last solo. And then right after, he comes over to me and he obviously sticks out his hand and he goes, nice job. Good for you. Shakes my hand, looks at the audience like, like I'm a good guy. Now I'm cool, okay? But this is like an amazing, what do we say, like a life passage or some kind of a coming of age. Not for me, but for him. And Stan, we talked about it after, and he said, yeah, he did the same thing to me except with Cherokee. Cherokee and B, boom. And these guys, these old bebop guys that lived, they carry with them. They feel like they have to pass on the tradition, but that they have to do it in a certain way Because I think it's out of the love of the music. They want to keep those high standards. Now, I would never do that to anybody. Because when you ask someone to sit in, you don't want to put them on the spot. You want the best music. You want to create a nice atmosphere. But these cats, that's what they did. And I'm glad that I was able to come up to it.
Well, it definitely sounds like you did. That was a great story. Thank you, man.